Coach, I know the game just ended, but in terms of the way the game just fell apart at the end, how was it from your vantage point?
Horrendous mistakes, scared of the moment or whatever the case, but
LeBron still owns you. What's up? What happened in Boston? What happened in Boston? I said, what happened in Boston? What happened in Boston?
Ime Udoka did not come to that podium to make friends. And LeBron James noticed every single word. This series is not just about basketball for LeBron. This is personal. This goes back further than Game 1. Because Ime Udoka has real history with LeBron. And with Bronny. He called LeBron the B word to his face during a heated moment. Then turned around and yelled at JJ Redick to put Bronny in the game. Called him the same thing. In front of everyone. On the sideline. While JJ was reportedly fighting hard to keep a straight face. You do not do that to LeBron James and expect him to just let it go quietly. So when people wonder why LeBron looks more dialed in than usual in this series, why there seems to be something extra behind every possession and every decision, this is the answer. Some players get motivated by money. Some by chasing rings. LeBron gets motivated by people who disrespect him. And Ime Udoka just handed him the most personal fuel he has had heading into a playoff series in a very long time. The oop to Bronny was not a random play. LeBron saw his son cutting and threw it up knowing exactly what it meant. Knowing Ime was on that opposite sideline watching. Knowing the entire building was watching. That was a statement. Delivered live. In a playoff game. Against the coach who publicly talked about his son. And then Bronny had something to say about that moment himself.
Not sure when the last time I got a oop from him. Probably in training camp, like last year or maybe this year, but yeah, it was just one of those things. It was like, he saw me and saw that I was making eye contact with him, so he threw it up, and I'm gonna always go get it. So
2 for 5, 5 points. A 3-pointer. That is not a world-changing stat line. But context matters. Bronny James went out there in a playoff game against a team whose coach has publicly disrespected both him and his father. And he made shots. He handled the pressure. He caught the oop from his dad and finished. For a kid who has spent the entire season being questioned, that moment meant everything. And the way he described it. Calm. Focused. Like someone who belongs exactly where he is. Now Ime Udoka had just finished what might be one of the most brutal postgame pressers you will see all playoffs.
Coach, I know the game just ended, but in terms of the way the game just fell apart at the end, how was it from your vantage point?
Horrendous mistakes. I don't know if you want to say youth or, scared of the moment or whatever the case, but yeah, you have a 6-point lead with 20 or 30 seconds to go, get a rebound, and just have to hold the ball and get fouled, or it's basically a 1-on-4, and we throw it away. To combat it, make it worse, a terrible foul on Marcus Smart to give him 3 free throws. Next play, backcourt, you got it. Double's coming, you try to split it instead of throwing it to Alpy wide open. Another turnover, and then James makes a tough shot. Then the final play, for the last shot, we don't run what was drawn up. All the above.
Coach, just kind of what was your general messaging to the guys after this loss, now down 0-3 in the locker room?
Grow up, and you're not that young anymore. You've been to the playoffs once, and we watched every situation just now.
Horrendous. Scared of the moment. Not that young anymore. Grow up. Those are not words from a coach protecting his players. That is a man who is furious and has stopped caring how it looks. 6-point lead. 20 seconds left. And his team found a way to lose anyway. A terrible foul. A backcourt violation. A final play that was not even close to what was drawn up. Ime Udoka told his entire roster in front of every camera that they embarrassed themselves. And then Gilbert Arenas stepped in.
What they was doing out there is under the bus. I feel sorry for the coaches today that they can't be real coaches anymore, or they're going to get fired. There's no way in hell that you're supposed to lose a game when you had 19 more shots than your opponent. You shot 98 shots and had 108 points. You belong under the bus, around the bus, inside the bus. You should be caught. Don't even come to the next game. That's embarrassing. There's no way in hell you should be up 6 to lose a game. You should be up 20. You have 19 attempts more than the opponent. You know how embarrassing it is to have 98 shots and only 108 points? That means you're playing a style of basketball that isn't basketball. A team like Houston should never, with the way their lineup is right now, they should never have 39 damn threes. I don't know if there's a team out there that has the type of shooting on their roster, besides probably Boston, to have 35 plus threes. Are you people dumb? The Lakers took 79 shots. You took 98. You lose. Why? Because the other threes that you're taking from the people who can't shoot threes. I'd rather see Steph take a fucking half-court shot than some of you taking three-pointers. He has a better shot making that shot. That's the embarrassment of this. That you all think that at your big age, you learned how to shoot while you got to the NBA. You think you can be in these moments and take open threes because you're open. There's a reason you're open. Is Kevin Durant ever open? Huh? Is he ever open? How often is Luka open? Huh? Right? There's a reason his percentage is bad or lower, because every three he takes is a damn step back three, because he's a threat. Anthony Edwards, he don't have open threes. That means they want you to shoot the three. They will rather you shoot threes than let the best player beat us. The game plan, fellas, in the playoffs is if we have to pick a guy to shoot a three and leave open or slow rotate to, if you keep getting open threes, it's you. You're doing your team a disjustice by clinging to the opponent's game plan.
98 shots, 108 points, 19 more attempts than the Lakers. And you still lost. Gilbert was not gentle. If you are taking that many shots and scoring that few, the defense is not stopping you. They are inviting you. They left those shooters open because open threes from those specific players is a winning strategy for Houston. And they were right. It is not just bad shooting. It is players convinced they are threats while the defense is sending them invitations to keep firing. Kevin Durant watched from the bench. Gilbert had something to say about that too. When your best player could suit up in the playoffs and chooses not to, while his team is getting embarrassed on national television. The word convenient comes up naturally. So tell me, do you think the Lakers close this out? Or does Houston have enough to make this interesting? Drop your answer in the comments right now.